And the president said in his remarks just a short time ago that in April, a deadline was set for August 31st. In fact, in his April remarks, he set a deadline for September 11th. So what changed over these last few months between the August 31st deadline and the September 11th initial deadline? Was that a deadline agreed to, a new time frame agreed to by the Taliban or suggested by them or by this administration, or what's the discrepancy there?
The military gave their assessment that they needed 120 days to wind down our presence in Afghanistan, so we abided by that.
But in the April speech, September 11th was the date. The August 31st date just arrived between April and now.
And he bases strategic decisions, tactical decisions, I should say, on the advice of the military and commanders on the ground and the timeline they needed to wind down our presence. And hence, here we are. It was his timeline, though. It was not the Taliban's timeline.
So he moved up the timeline to August 31st.
We needed 120 days, and we abided by the advice of the military. Jeff?
Jen, can you clarify whether the United States has an agreement with the Taliban to allow more Americans and other Afghans to leave the country?
Well, I will say, Jeff, that it is not just our expectation, but also the expectation of 100 countries around the world, the UN Security Council and others, that the Taliban will abide by what they committed to last Friday, which is the ability of people to leave Afghanistan should they choose to leave. There do need to be ongoing diplomatic negotiations, or discussions, I should say. That's a part of what the Secretary of State and his team will be leading. But I would note that the Taliban conveyed that on Friday, a leader of the Taliban. Again, more than half of the countries in the world have conveyed clearly what they expect, and the UN Security Council signed a resolution yesterday. So those are the diplomatic pieces that have moved forward, but this will be a top priority in the days ahead.
The president was